You are 22 years old. It is 7:43 in the morning, and you are standing inside a convenience store on your way to work. You place a drink on the counter, then a snack, then one more thing you did not plan to buy. The cashier looks at the screen. $10.12. You tap your card without thinking. It does not feel expensive. It is only $10. Not enough to change your life. Not enough to make you rich. Probably not even enough to remember by tomorrow. But imagine that today, for no dramatic reason, you make a different decision. You put the drink back. You leave the snack on the shelf. You walk outside with the same $10 still in your account, and later that evening you set up an automatic investment. $10 a day, $70 a week, about $304 a month. Nothing exciting happens. There is no celebration. No one congratulates you. Your bank account does not suddenly look impressive. You still go to work the next morning. You still have bills. You still feel like you are starting with almost nothing. But something has changed. A small machine is now running quietly in the background of your life. And for the next 43 years, you decide not to turn it off. For this story, we will assume your investments earn an average annual return of 7% over the long term. Some years are better, some years are worse, some years are deeply negative. 7% is not guaranteed. It is simply the hypothetical return we will use to follow this decision across your life. At 22, your balance is zero. Your first $10 feels almost meaningless. Tomorrow, you add another 10, then another. By the end of the first month, you have invested a little over $300. You have not discovered a secret stock. You have not timed the market. You have not created a complicated spreadsheet. You have simply repeated one small decision. At 25, 3 years have passed. You have personally invested about $10,950. Your account is worth approximately $12,100. The growth is small. Only around $1,200 came from investment returns. Most of the balance is still your own money. This is the stage where compounding looks disappointing. You have been consistent for 3 years, but the result does not feel life-changing. A friend asks how much you have made. You tell him. He looks confused. That's it? He bought a newer car last year. He upgraded his phone twice. He has better photos, better clothes, and more visible evidence that he earns money. Your investment account is almost invisible. There is nothing to show people. No one can see it when you enter a room. And that is exactly why stopping becomes tempting. You wonder whether $300 a month would be more useful somewhere else. A better apartment, more dinners, a newer laptop, a vacation you can post online, but you do not stop. The transfer continues. $10 today, $10 tomorrow. At 30, your life is more expensive. Rent is higher. Insurance is higher. Your responsibilities have grown faster than your salary. There are months when the automatic investment feels inconvenient. But by now, you have learned something important. The decision is easier when you do not have to make it every day. The money leaves your account automatically. You do not wait to see what is left at the end of the month. You invest first and adjust everything else around it. At 30, you have personally contributed about $29,200. Your account is now worth approximately $39,000. Almost $10,000 came from growth. The machine is becoming visible, but then the market falls. Your account loses value for several months. You open the app and see that thousands of dollars have disappeared. You feel cheated. You were responsible. You stayed consistent. And now your reward appears to be a smaller number. People around you begin predicting something worse. News headlines become frightening. Friends say they are selling everything before the market falls further. For the first time, doing nothing feels dangerous. But you remember that you are not investing for next month. You are investing for decades from now. So you do not sell. You do not try to predict the exact bottom. You continue investing the same $10 a day. While prices are lower every contribution buys more. The market eventually begins recovering. Not because you predicted it, not because you discovered the perfect strategy. You simply remained in place long enough to experience both sides of the cycle. At 35, your account reaches approximately $77,000. You have contributed about $47,450. Nearly $30,000 is now growth. The difference between your money and the market's money is starting to matter. But your account still does not feel enormous. You cannot retire. You cannot stop working. You may not even feel wealthy. This is the quiet middle of the journey. The beginning is far behind you, but the dramatic results are still ahead. Most people underestimate this period. They expect compounding to look like a rocket. It usually looks more like a heavy train. At first, it moves slowly, almost painfully slowly. But once it gains momentum, stopping it becomes much harder than starting it. At 40, your balance reaches approximately $131,000. You have personally contributed $65,700. The remaining $65,000 came from growth. For the first time, the money generated by your investments is roughly equal to the money you deposited yourself. You spent 18 years pushing the machine. Now the machine is beginning to push with you. This changes the way you see $10. At 22, $10 was a snack, a drink, or a small online purchase. At 40, $10 is part of a system. Not because $10 is a huge amount of money, because it has time attached to it. Every dollar you invest has the opportunity to produce returns. Those returns can then produce returns of their own. Your money begins creating more money. And that new money begins working beside the money you earned from your job. At 45, your account reaches approximately $207,000. You have personally invested about $83,950. More than $123,000 came from growth. The investment returns have now contributed more than you have. You are still adding $10 a day, but your annual contributions are no longer the largest force moving the account. A 7% change on a $200,000 balance is around $14,000. That is almost 4 times the amount you contribute during an entire year. Of course, the market does not rise smoothly. Some years may be negative. Others may be much stronger. But the scale has changed. Your daily deposits built the engine. Time is now providing most of the power. At 50, the account reaches approximately $316,000. You have contributed just over $102,000. More than $213,000 is growth. You think back to all the times you almost stopped. The expensive year, the market decline, the emergency repair, the month when everyone else seemed to be enjoying their money more than you. None of those moments looked important while they were happening, but continuing through them was the entire strategy. At 55, your account is worth approximately $470,000. Your personal contributions total around $120,450. Almost $350,000 came from growth. Your investments have now produced nearly $3 for every dollar of your own money currently represented in the account. The same daily decision continues. $10, still small enough to ignore. But the account is no longer small. At 60, the balance reaches approximately $688,000. You have personally contributed about $138,700. Around $549,000 came from growth. The final 5 years now begin, and these 5 years demonstrate why starting early mattered so much. Between age 55 and 60, the account grew by more than $200,000. Between age 60 and 65, it grows by approximately $309,000. You are still contributing the same amount. Nothing about your daily habit became more dramatic. The difference is that the money deposited decades ago has had more time to multiply. At 65, you make your final $10 contribution. Your account is worth approximately $996,000, almost $1 million. Now comes the most important part. Over 43 years, you personally invested approximately $156,950. That is real money. It required consistency. It required trade-offs. But approximately $839,000 did not come directly from your paycheck. It came from growth. About 84% of the final account was created by time and compounding. You supplied the habit. Time supplied most of the result. Now return to that convenience store. You are 22 again. It is 7:43 in the morning. The cashier tells you the total. $10.12. The point is not that you must never buy a drink. The point is not that one snack will destroy your future. And the point is definitely not that every person can easily find an extra $10 every day. The point is that small amounts become powerful when they are repeated for a very long time. $10 does not look like $1 million. It looks too ordinary, too insignificant, too easy to spend. That is why the decision is almost invisible. But wealth is often built through decisions that look unimportant while you are making them. The dramatic result comes later. The decision happens today. You do not need the perfect investment. You do not need to predict the market. You do not need to feel motivated every morning. You need a reasonable long-term plan, an automatic system, and enough patience to allow time to participate. Because your greatest financial advantage may not be a higher salary. It may not be intelligence. It may not even be discipline. It may simply be the number of years you give your money to grow. This is Compass Finance. Small decisions, long timelines, and the quiet mathematics changing your life while almost no one is watching. Subscribe for the next story.